Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavalabha Girivara Dari Jaya Gopi Janavalabha Girivara Dari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Sira Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Sira Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jai Shri Prabhupada ki, Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 So we're reading from the first canto, chapter 8, verse number 48. This chapter is entitled Prayers by Queen Kunti. Can you all hear me? Yes. Okay, it's good that we don't need translation. I'll just try to speak slow because my accent is different. It's new to you. It doesn't have good flavors like you have accent with jeera flavor, turmeric flavor. Mine has different flavor. It's like it's good for scaring rakshasas. Yeah, when someone hear me talk inside, we think a very big person like Bhima Sen is in the house, but it's just a small person here. So this is chapter 8 of the first canto, verse number 48. Okay. Aho me pasyata jnana vidhi rudam duratmana parakshya sheva dehasya bhavyo me shohine hata aho me pasyata jnana vidhi rudam duratmana Parakshasyaiva dehasya Bhavyo me shohi nirhata Aho me pasyata jnana Hridi rudam duratmana Parakshaiva dehasya Bhavyo me shohi nirhata. Next.
Aho me pashyata jnanam.
Aho me pashyata jnanam. Hridiyudam duratmana. Parasyaseva devasya. Bhavyo me shohinirata.
Aho me pashyata jnanam.
Aho me pashyata jnanam.
Hridiyudam duratmana.
Hridiyudam duratmana.
Parasyaseva devasya.
Bhavyo me shohinirata. Aho me pashyata jnanam. Hridiyudam duratmana. Parasyaseva devasya. Bhavyo me shohinirata.
More.
Aho me pashyata jnanam. Hridiyudam duratmana. Parasyaseva devasya. Bhavyo me shohinirata.
Aho me pashyata jnanam.
Aho me pashyata jnanam.
Hridiyudam duratmana.
Hridiyudam duratmana.
Parasyaseva devasya.
Parasyaseva devasya.
Bhavyo me shohinirata.
Bhavyo me shohinirata. Aho me pashyata jnanam. Hridiyudam duratmana. Parasyaseva devasya. Bhavyo me shohinirata.
Okay, translation. King Yudhisthira said, O my Lord, I am the most sinful man. Just see my heart, which is full of ignorance. This body, which is ultimately meant for others, has killed many, many phalanxes of men. Purport. A solid phalanx of 21,870 chariots, 21,870 elephants, 109,650 infantry, and 65,600 cavalry is called Akshohini, and many Akshohinis were killed on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Maharaj Yudhisthira, as the most pious king of the world, takes for himself the responsibility for killing such a huge number of living beings because the battle was fought to reinstate him on the throne. This body is, after all, meant for others. While there is life in the body, it is meant for the service of others. And when it is dead, it is meant to be eaten by dogs and jackals. or maggots. He is sorry because for such a temporal body, such huge massacre was committed. Om Gyanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Tasma Shakshurumitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shiva Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So this is a very dramatic chapter in the Bhagavatam. There are many dramas or things that are not easy to understand. So this chapter has about 52 verses divided into different sections. So in the beginning, from verse 1 to 6, we found that Lord Krishna and the Pandavas, this is after the battle of Kurukshetra, they arranged the Ganga water for their relatives who were perished during the battlefield of Kurukshetra. And then they did all that nicely. And then after that, Lord Krishna encourages Maharaj Yudhishthira to perform Ashwamedha Yagyas. After the Ashwamedha Yagyas were all performed, and Lord Krishna prepared himself to leave Hastinapur and go back to his abode of Dwarka. And then as Lord Krishna was about to leave, and Uttara came running towards Krishna crying. Why? Because Ashwatthama had released a Brahmastra to kill Uttara's baby, unborn child. And then Krishna intervened and saved the child, who later became Maharaj Parikshit. And then that's how this chapter begins. And then from after verse 16, verse 17 to 43, we found that Kunti Devi began to offer prayers to Lord Krishna, expressing how Lord Krishna saved them from the house of Shalak, how Lord Krishna saved them from so many demons, especially how he protected them against the ocean-like army of the Kauravas. And Lord Krishna is there, is listening, and accepting the prayers of Queen Kunti. And then in the last chapter, the third section of this chapter, which begins from verse 44 to 52, again Lord Krishna wants to leave But then suddenly Maharaj Yudhisthira is breaking down. He's feeling guilty that he has killed so many thousands of young people. He has killed so many brahmanas. He feels like he is the most sinful person. He is wondering which hell he's gonna get upon leaving his body. So then, after revealing all that to Krishna, and then he also begged Krishna to stay more. So it's a drama after the drama. So here are so many people that were killed during the Battle of Kurukshetra. It is said that the Pandavas had 1,530,000 and plus 900. 530,000 plus 900 soldiers. 1 million plus 900 and 530 plus 900 warriors. That's a lot of people. And then the Kauravas, they had 200,405,000 plus 700 warriors. That's a lot of people. Huh? So out of these many warriors, only 13 came back alive. Huh? Only 13 came back alive. There are the 5 Pandavas, Krishna, Satyaki, Aswathama, Kripacharya, yes, Kritavarma. Yes, there were 13 altogether. So that's why Maharaj Yudhisthira is lamenting. But this was Lord Krishna's plan. So Lord Krishna, when he appeared on earth, he had 3 goals to fulfill. That he explains in Bhagavad Gita. One is Paritranaya Sadhunam, to protect the sadhus. Vinasaya Sadhuskritam, to destroy the Duskritina, those who are demons. That one, Dharma Samstha Padanaya, to re-establish Dharma. These are 3 things. So when we look at Lord Krishna, throughout his life he did 3 things. He was protecting the bodies, he was killing those who are demons, and establishing Dharma. Why is that? Why this Dharma is so important? When we talk about Dharma, it means so many things, even in India, isn't it? What does Dharma mean? Huh? What Dharma means? Bharat people, young intellectuals of Bharat. Huh? Huh? Constitutional position, yes. That's good. Dharma means many things. Something else? It also means the law that governs creation. Huh? So in this creation, there are 3 things. One is Prakriti, material nature, and us, living beings, jivas. And then the third is Sri Bhagavan. You understand? So in this creation there are three things. The Bhagavan, material nature, and there is us, living beings. So what we are meant to do? What is our dharma? What is our constitution? Is to work in connection with Bhagavan. When we don't work in connection with Bhagavan, what happens? Prakriti kriyamanani gunai karmana sarvasa ahankara vimurdatma kataham itimanyati. We think that we are the doers. So that's why Bhagavan come to correct that mentality. That's mentality of Ravana, Duryodhana, and many other Kalicharas. So when that goes wrong, and then Bhagavan, he has to come to correct that. So when Dharma is out of society, and then you get chaos. So much. So many problems come from that. So that is why this is very, very important. So here, Maharaj Yudhishthira is lamenting for many people that were killed. But that the purpose was to clear everyone so that the seeds of Dharma can be planted. Just like the field, every farmer knows this. When you find the land overgrown with grasses, you have to till the land, clear the land, isn't it? You don't just go and plant, your seeds. They won't grow. So also with Krishna, in order to re-establish Dharma, he had to clear all these weeds of adharma. Is that okay? It's become confusing even to devotees. Why did so many people get killed? No, they were just weeds of adharma. Of course, not all of them. Someone may ask, what about Abhimanyu? What about the sons of Draupadi? Yeah, so Abhimanyu, when Lord Krishna was inviting the Devas to come and take part in this Leela on earth, one Deva, Surya, he did not want to participate. And he said, okay, my son can go to the earth. That son of Suryadev was Abhimanyu. Suryadev said only 16 years on earth. He has to come back. So that's why he was killed. So there's a reason. Just like the sons of Draupadi that were killed by Kams. When you read Krishna book, you found that previously they were cursed. There were demons that were cursed. And then they took birth as representatives of lust, anger, greed, or Vijita Sadgunas. Yes. Like we see also in Mahabharata, the 8 verses, one of them, or all of them actually, they stole a cow belonging to a great sage. So then the sage could understand, oh, these 8 Vasus, they took my cow. And he followed them, he caught them, they were shocked. And he cursed them also. Then you are so degraded, you don't deserve to be in Swargaloka, though you go to the material world. They were frightened. And they met Ganga, who was also cursed, to come to the material world. And they made a truce with Ganga. They said, you become our mother. But as soon as we are born, you liberate us. Ganga said, okay, I will throw you in the river. So Ganga married King Shantanu. Shantanu said, whatever I do, don't ask. But he had a plan. Oh, all my children I will liberate. They are 8 Vasus. They have asked me to liberate. So Shantanu didn't know this. So first child, she went out of the house, threw him in the river. Second, third, 7th. Now Shantanu could not understand why this woman is so cruel. Why is killing her own children? So then it was time for Bhishma. Shantanu spoke out. She said, okay, since you have stopped me, I'm going to leave. She left with Bhishma. Why did Bhishma survive? They throw him in the Ganga. Because Bhishma is the one, was the eldest of the 8 Vasus that organized others to steal the cow. Actually, he's the one that wanted the cow. So the sage said, he will stay on earth longer and suffer. Others will be liberated. So that's why Bhishma, he stayed longer and he suffered. He was supposed to be king, but then his father wanted to marry Mayavati, who was a daughter of fishermen, and there was a problem. And he went there and told the fisherman, okay, I will not take the throne of Hastinapur. The fisherman said, maybe your sons in future, they will know the story and want the throne. They said, no, I won't have sons. I'll be premature. So he suffered a lot, Bhishma. So when you understand what is happening by a higher arrangement. So in Mahabharata also, we found that so many innocent people are dying, but they are not innocent. They just came with that karma to leave their bodies during the battle of Kurukshetra to be liberated, especially in the presence of Sri Krishna Bhagavan. So this is how we can understand Mahabharata and Bhagavatam. Otherwise, this has become very difficult. Very, very difficult. But when you read the scripture, you'll understand that every incident in Mahabharata or Bhagavatam has a purpose behind. It was planned. So these souls, they came during the time of Lord Krishna by higher arrangement, and they got liberated. So that way, it's very difficult to understand the scripture unless we go deeper into understanding the meaning. Just like in the 7th canto, those who have studied Bhakti Vedanta, there is a word, Duranta Shakti. It comes out in exams. Duranta Shakti. And when you write exam Bhakti Vedanta, the question says, what is the meaning? Please explain the meaning of Duranta Shakti. So Duranta Shakti refers to the Lord as the one whose activities and potencies are very difficult to understand. Therefore, Duranta Shakti. So when Lord Krishna was on earth, it was very difficult to understand why he did what he did. unless we go deeper into understanding his purpose of coming, his appearance. It's very difficult to understand his activities. So this chapter is like that. It's very, very difficult chapter. But there is a purpose behind that. Here we can understand how Lord Krishna is displaying his quality of Bhakta Vatsala. Bhakta Vatsala is like amongst the relationships that we have with the Lord, is like that of parental. Vatsala means parental, like a parent. So he's acting like that with the Pandavas, taking care of them, making sure that they've regained their kingdom. Yes, Bhakta Vatsala. And also, here we can see how the Lord is not bound by mundane rules of morality. He is acting totally on transcendental platform. He is not bound by the rules of material world morality. He said so many things that are contradictory. Like during the Battle of Kurukshetra, he tells Maharaj Yudhishthira, the most saintly of all kings, say a lie, say Ashvatam is dead. Ashvatam is dead. How can I speak a lie? Maharaj Yudhishthira, no, I can't speak lie. Okay, you can't say Ashvatam is dead. Okay, Bhim, kill Ashvatam the elephant. And you announce. Isn't it? And then Bhim, with his slap, he killed one elephant called Ashvatam. He said, now you announce Ashvatam is dead. And then Yudhishthira, he prepares himself, he says, Ashvatam, the elephant, is dead. When he says the elephant, they blew conch shell. The Kauravas only heard Ashvatam is dead. So it's good. Why is he doing this? So he is Bhagavan. Everything that he does is good. It was part of his plan to uproot all those weeds like people, like Dronacharya, Duryodhana. Why? Because they were supporters of Adharma. When Draupadi was dragged from her room to the assembly of men, they didn't say anything. They didn't stop to Shashana. Isn't it? If they were dharmic, they would have said no. They didn't say anything. So that as a result of that, of mistreating Draupadi, they had to die. So Krishna wanted to make sure that they get punished for it, in order to establish the Dharma. Even if we are big leaders, if we allow adharma, we will be punished. When we are in a position to protect people from adharma, and we don't, we will be punished. You understand? Yes. This is what we can learn from Mahabharata. Draupadi was dragged in front of all these so-called, big people. Dronacharya, Bhishma, they didn't say anything. So then that's why Krishna made sure that they are punished. Yes. It seems like he's speaking lies. He said, Ashwatthama is dead. So this is how we can understand Mahabharata and Bhagavatam. That is the will of the Lord that become victorious. There's a statement like that in the Bible. It says, many are the thoughts in a man's mind, but only the purpose of God will become victorious. So many people, Duryodhana had his own wit. He had his own wit. Huh? Like in the Bhagavad Gita, we find Bhagavad Gita, first chapter, text number 10. Duryodhana, he goes to Dronacharya. He's saying, our strength is immeasurable. He's comparing the strength of the Pandavas with his army. Is immeasurable. I say, aparyaptam. Paryaptam, aparyaptam. When he talks about the Pandavas, he says, whereas the strength of the Pandavas, carefully protected by Bhim, is limited. Paryaptam, aparyaptam. But these words are what I call chrononym or autonym, which means they can mean the opposite. Just like in English, we have words like that, like to dust. Can mean to wipe off the dust from the table, but also can mean to sprinkle dust and make the table dirty, isn't it? Like to function. If we say, no, to sanction, yes. To sanction means to authorize. But to sanction also can mean to boycott. Isn't it? There's so many words like that. So when Duryodhana says paryaptam, aparyaptam, they are limited, whereas we are immeasurable or unlimited. Actually, it could mean his army was limited, whereas the Pandavas were unlimited. Why were the Pandavas unlimited? Speak louder. Huh? They were protected by Krishna. Yes. Krishna says, I'm not going to fight. You can have me, but I'm not going to fight. And Duryodhana said, okay, I'll take your army. I will leave you if you're not going to fight. And then Krishna asked Arjuna, what about you, Arjuna? I'm not going to fight. You can have me without fighting, or you want my soldiers? Arjuna said, no, I want you, even though you're not going to fight. And then what happened? Krishna became Partha Sarati, the chariot driver of Arjuna. While Krishna was driving the chariot of Arjuna, he was driving everybody's minds also. There's Parthasarati. He's pretending to be Parthasarati, but he is controlling everyone's mind. Rishikesha, Rishikena, Shevanam Bhakti. So he is Rishikesh. So he is controlling everyone. He knows what they are thinking, what they are going to do. So this is Krishna. It's called Parthasarati, the driver of Arjuna. Dina Bandhu, the one who is merciful to thee. What is Dina Bandhu? Yeah, is another name that expresses Krishna's merciful quality as well as Bhaktavatsala. So that way, when you understand the mysteries of Bhagavad Gita and Mahabharata, why Krishna say what he's saying, why he's doing what he's doing, you'll understand that he's a very strategic manager. With his expertise in strategizing, he won the Kurukshetra battle for the 5 Pandavas against the 100 sons of Dhritarashtra. Without Krishna, Arjuna would have not survived the battle of Kurukshetra. He was telling him what to do all the time. And then when he was under pressure, Krishna was protecting him because he was driving the chariot of Arjuna. So Duryodhana says, we are unlimited. No, they were limited because they didn't have Krishna. It's Krishna who arranged the killing of Duryodhana himself. It's Krishna who arranged the killing of Bhishma. It's Krishna who arranged the killing of Dronacharya. It's Krishna who arranged that Arjuna kills Karna. All those great warriors, Jayadratha. It's Krishna who arranged the killing of Jayadratha. Arjuna made a mistake. After Abhimanyu was killed, Arjuna became very emotional. He said, tomorrow I'm going to kill this Jayadratha because he's the cause of my son's death. He stopped the help. Jayadratha had a boon to defeat the 4 Pandavas except Arjuna in one battle. So on that day, when they were following Abhimanyu, after he entered the Chakra Vyuha, Jayadratha stopped them. So when Arjuna got the news that his son died because the help was stopped by Jayadratha, he said, I'll kill him tomorrow, before the sun set. This was a stupid vow. Huh? Why don't you say, I'll kill Jayadratha tomorrow? Don't make time limit. So he said, before the sun set. So the Kauravas were very happy. Oh, joy. It's only Arjuna who is a problem amongst the Pandavas. So we just have to put many people around Jayadratha, and then Arjuna won't see him, let alone killing him. They put thousands of people around Jayadratha. Arjuna's coming, he can't see Jayadratha. Arjuna was trying. The sun was going down. Finally, the sun set. And what happened? All the Kauravas jumped. Hey, Jai, Arjuna, you have failed. You said you will enter fire and kill yourself. Now you kill yourself. And then Jayadratha also came out now. Yeah, hey, Arjuna, you're trying to kill me. Yeah, you failed. Now you kill yourself. You promised. And then what Krishna Bhagavan did? Made the sun rise. Said, Arjuna, there is the sun. There is Jayadratha. And then that was the end of Jayadratha. So it's Krishna who killed all those people. Yes, because he arranged that. So that way, this is the mission of Sri Krishna Bhagavan. If we understand that, so some difficult parts of Bhagavad Gita or Mahabharata or in Bhagavatam become easy because there is a purpose. What is that purpose? It's establishing Dharma. Dharma Samspadanadaya. Yeah, so the Lord says, you come to do these 3 things. Re-establish Dharma, do away with Duskritana, and protect sadhus. Yes. So for fulfilling that mission, he had to come up with many ideas, which some of them may not be according to mundane morality. But in the Lord, when it comes to the Lord, mundane morality doesn't work. It's for conditioned souls. Yes. Because his mission is to re-establish Dharma. So that way, when we understand Mahabharata in that way, and then it becomes easy. But sometimes we become confused. Why did he instruct, Arjuna to kill so many people? But morally, it's not right. What is morality? It's just like we say human rights. What qualifies a person to be a human being? that we don't understand. Yeah. So in that way, Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita become very easy when we go deeper and understand why Lord Krishna instructed these devotees to do many things that morally we can say they were not in the in the in the list of moral rules or ethics of this material world. But these morals and ethics of this material world do not work when it comes to the Supreme Personality of God. You see, Ram, when he went to Lanka after Sita was stolen, yes, he was like fire of devastation. He chastised Ravan and all his Rakshasas. Yeah. Because they didn't surrender to Ram. Even when they had Ram was in Lanka, they didn't surrender to Ram. They were still thinking Ram is the son of Dashrath. He's a coward. He was kicked out of his kingdom to the forest because he's a coward. So then he showed them how he was not a coward. He was just following Dharma. That's why he went to the forest. You understand? Yes. It was dharmic for him to go to the forest, not because he was afraid. So in that way, Mahabharata, Ramayana can be understood if we understand the purpose, which is Dharma. The Lord appears to re-establish Dharma, to teach Dharma. Whatever he does is in line with his mission. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Now it's 10 to 9. Huh? Oh, Prabhu says I should share stories of book distribution because the marathon is coming. I was a book distributor long, long ago, but not a very big one. But at that time, India was small, so we were bigger than India. In 1990, we used to defeat all the temples of India, whether it be Mumbai, Delhi put together. And now India has become Maharati. Here we are very small, we cannot even see. See them now. Yes.
Which temple were deities used?
I was in England, Bhaktivedanta Manor, 1990, 91, 92. So in that way, book distribution is very, very important because it's a way of giving people the chance to understand the importance of Dharma. So when we go out on books, every book that we are giving out can benefit even 10 people. Because one person will read and give it to his friend, and his friend will read and find something and pass it on to his brother or to his sister. It's a wonderful service. I remember I used to sell books in Durban, South Africa. And then South Africa is a multiracial country. You have many people of Indian origin. You have many people of China's origin. And then you have, more than that, we have many people of European. You see, South African cricket team, there's a lot of people of European origin. So I was standing on the street, there was this girl of European origin, South African. And then I stopped her, I gave her a book. And then a few days, again, she came back. And then she read the first book, she liked it, and then she wanted another one. But she didn't have enough money. I gave her that one. I said, now when you get paid, and then later you can. you can pay for the book. And then she started coming to the temple. And then later on, I left South Africa. I went to East Africa. I never saw her. And one day, I received a letter saying, "This is me, so and so. Now, my name is so and so, David Asi. I live in Mayapur." I was shocked. This guy now is living in Mayapur, is initiated. How did that happen? Yeah. So thank you very much for tolerating me. Yes, for giving me books even when I did not have money. And I was surprised. Living in Mayapur. How did that happen? So that way, she's still living in Mayapur even today. So the books are full of Krishna's potency. They can change even the people that we cannot change by our preaching. And Prabhupada said that even if ISKCON is finished, even if all our temple closes, as long as these books are being printed and being sold out there, again ISKCON will revive. Yes, because people will get to know, oh yes, there was a temple at this place, there are addresses there. And they will realize, no, there are no temples now. They will open more temples. They will open new temples. So in that way, book distribution is very, very, very important service to Srila Prabhupada and the Parampara. Because this book distribution, it came a long way. Like yesterday, it was the appearance of Dhananjaya Pandit, Srinivasacharya, and Gadadhar Das Goswami. Gadadhar Das Goswami, there was Gadadhar Pandit, the Gadadhar Das Goswami. So Srinivasacharya, he was a son of a great devotee of Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Das. So Chaitanya Das went to see Mahaprabhu with his wife who was pregnant. And then Mahaprabhu, upon seeing that the wife was pregnant, said that the child that they will give birth to will be named Srinivas. Can you imagine? Srinivas. So when Srinivas was born, he was just a Gora Shakti. Someone with the power of Mahaprabhu. And he went to Vrindavan. When he went to Vrindavan, he wanted to stay in Vrindavan. But later on, Jiva Goswami instructed him and Narottam Das Thakur and Shamananda Pandit to take all the books of the Goswamis from Vrindavan to other places for distribution. They were the first Sankirtan devotees. They didn't have a bus, like nowadays we have buses. They were carrying books on a bullock cart. They took these books. Can you imagine taking books from Vrindavan across India to West Bengal? Even if you have to travel from here to, say, maybe Chowpatty, it's a long distance. But they have to travel so far. And those books now have been translated. Like we have Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, they had even Bhagavatam with them, which was stolen by one king. Some thieves of a king, they took these books and the king was enjoying hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam. So and then Srinivas came. to the courtyard of the king looking for the stolen books. And then one of those books, the Bhagavatam was being read to the king by the king's pandit. What happened? The king had an astrologer who told him that there are some people coming with the greatest wealth. You should send your thieves to rob them. So the thieves went to wait for these devotees. As they were passing by, they stole these books. Why? Because an astrologer said these books were the greatest wealth. So when the king opened the box, he found the books. And he kept them. Why? Because the astrologer said these books are the greatest wealth. And he began to hear Bhagavatam. So that's how Srinivas Acharya found the books. Because he got to know, actually, these were stolen books that the king was listening to. And then he said, I can speak Bhagavatam better than your Panditji. The king said, okay, let's hear your recitation of Bhagavatam. When Srinivasa Acharya began to recite the Bhagavatam, the king was amazed. He immediately became a devotee. He surrendered to Srinivasa Acharya. And then Srinivasa Acharya said, these books were stolen from us. Please bring them back. And then he got the books back. So that way, that's the power of book distribution. That the books can change even the most big demon. Yes. If he happened to hear the books recited by someone, especially a devotee, even if they are recited by a non-devotee, the books will have an effect. So that way, book distribution is very, very important. That even the king's astrologer, he saw these books through his astrological calculations and said, actually, they are the greatest wealth. And indeed, these books are the greatest wealth. Because this is a wealth of transcendental knowledge. So in that way, those who go out during the marathon, they are the most magnanimous devotees. Because this is our seva to Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Srila Prabhupada, and the Parampara. Like in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, chapter 10, verse 7, there we find Krishnadas Kaviraj offering prayers. He says, I offer my, how does it go? Vande Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prema Mama Taro Priyan Shaka Bhakta Ganan Krishna Prema Pala Prada. I'm not good with Bengali or Hindi, but you understand, yeah, Bharat people. I offer my respect to all dear devotees of Mahaprabhu. Who is Mahaprabhu? He is Prema Amara Daru Priya, the eternal tree of love of Godhead. And he says, I also offer my respect to those devotees who are the branches of this Chaitanya tree that are distributing the fruits of this tree, which is Krishna Prema. So, in that way, ISKCON devotees are also in that tree of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Like in the early days of ISKCON in America, when the devotees were only about 400 or 500 in the movement, Prabhupada was asked, how many pure devotees are there in this world? What Prabhupada said. He turned to his secretary and asked, how many devotees do we have in our movement, in all our temples? He said maybe 400 or 500. And Prabhupada, he turned to this devotee and said, he gave the same number of pure devotees. Are the devotees of ISKCON all pure devotees? Huh? What do you think? Was Prabhupada just bluffing the reporter? No. No, he was not bluffing. Why he says ISKCON devotees are pure devotees? Why did he say that? Because when you read Upadeshamrita, the nectar of instruction in the preface, Prabhupada says, this Hare Krishna movement is conducted under the supervision of Srila Rupa Goswami. Have you read that? Yes. Under the supervision of Srila Rupa Goswami. Are we being supervised, directed by Rupa Goswami? No. How are we working or practicing devotional service under the supervision of Rupa Goswami? We are following his instruction, the instructions of Upadeshamrita and Bhakti Rasamrita. So that's pure devotional service, which is performed according to the authorized acharyas. You understand? Yes. So this book distribution is very, very important in that by going out, we are giving people the opportunity to connect with the mercy of the acharyas like Srila Rupa Goswami. Yes. So we are doing great service. Thank you very much. I hope that will inspire you to flood the entire Mumbai with Prabhupada's books. Jai Shri Prabhupada K. Transcendental Book Distribution K. Hare